Chapter 88. You are listening at novelfull.audio. That's it. There are the goddesses. Because it's the god, they should know everything. I thought so, and I took out my guild card from my bosom. Grave.San called out when he noticed my sudden behavior. What's wrong? You suddenly took out your guild card. Grave, no, just a little. Wazoo, it's impossible to tell him that my guild card has turned into something like Assembly Hall for Goddesses, so I answered him vaguely. I spelled out about the current situation and checked the guild card. Skills. Sea Goddess is sleeping inside the calm ocean. ZZZZ.ZZZZ.EH. It's ticklish. War Goddess is too immersed with her training and didn't notice it. Aura. Aura. It's just started, give me more. Earth Goddess is busy cultivating trees. Fufufu. It grows bigger and bigger. Goddess is enjoying her snack time. This cake tastes good. I guess it's okay to eat this much. But I have to exercise later. W.H.T.T.Hehec.K. What are you doing? These goddesses. I always feel like they are looking after me more than necessary, but why are they ignoring me now? Even though I am trying to help Housue, why is it? Don't tell me, you are not interested with her. Even though she is a hero. Normally, it's their job to guide and help hero, right? That's. Are they angry because I occasionally leave them? I wonder if the goddesses are trying to say that they aren't such a convenient women. No, that's impossible. TL. Convenient woman equals something like someone you will look because you can take advantage of her when the time of need, but in normal situation she is out of sight. Even so, she is good to help when get asked, perhaps. It was just the timing that's bad. Let's check again for the time being. I spelled out the current situation and checked the guild card once again. Skills. Sea Gods is sleeping. ZZZZ.ZZZZ. War Goddess is seeking her limits. More. More. I ought to be able to do more. Earth Goddess is singing with flowers. La 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 la. Goddess is seriously suffering. What should I do? I will get fat if I eat any more cake. But it should be fine to eat just another one. Ba-am, I slammed the guild card to the floor. Smoke was rising from the part where the guild card had landed. Grave.San, who seems to be worried, calls out. Oh.oi, are you okay? What happened? Grave, no, just a little unexpected thing has happened. But it's fine, I feel better after slamming my guild card. Wazoo, I see. Grave, damn it. Because of the goddesses, it seems Grave.San thinks I'm a little strange in the head. Yo, Yash, let's calm down once. Take a deep breath. Hu ha fu, I calmed down. Alright, let's try once again. The goddesses surely know something. I shall continue until I get the answer, but it doesn't seem to work this way. I will fight Housue without getting any answers at this rate. That means I have no choice but to kill her. No, don't give up, let's try again. It's somewhat embarrassing, I don't want to do it, but I have no other choice. I slowly calm my mind and mutter in my heart. Is there a goddess out there? A goddess who will help and guide me, who got lost. Gentle, strong, smart and beautiful. Such a lovely goddess. I pick up the guild card and check it again. Skills. Sea Goddess woke up. War Goddess stopped her hands. Earth Goddess answers the call. Goddess answered in a hurry. The Tears of Millennial, class White Dragon, have high healing and sacred power. Because she is a Ryujin, I think that the effect will be higher. Let her spew out the red ball, then it may be possible to save her with those tears. The answer, Kamii. You were looking after me after all. Then, you should reply from the beginning. Skills. Sea Goddess smiles gently. War Goddess laughs dauntlessly, Earth Goddess smiles, Goddess lifts the corners of her mouth. Wazoo.san should fall for me with this. Well. Thank you Goddess.sama. I love you. I thought something that shouldn't be said. The sentences in the guild card changed again. Skills. Sea Goddess is ready for battle, War Goddess is in battle mode, Earth Goddess is in attacking stance, Goddess is ready to engage the battle. Yeah, Wazoo.san is mini-e. Let's stop it. Let's not think about it too deeply. Let's forget it for the time being. I appreciate it, but I put back my guild card into my pocket quietly. Hopefully the world will not be affected because of this. But a new problem arises now. Where can I get the tears of Millennial White Dragon? I don't know such a thing. The white dragons in the mountain supposedly haven't lived that long. Meru's mother, Meryl, also shouldn't have lived that long. I turn my eyes into the room vicinity while thinking about what should I do. Is she showing interest in the flowers that decorated the room? I thought that as I watched Meru, who was flying around happily. Wait. Meru's grandmother, Megal, is also a white dragon. If it's her, perhaps she has been living for 1,000 years. However, where is she now? Meryl should know about her whereabouts. There is no other clue. Why don't we visit her after a long time? I want to know what happened to that couple. Meru should also miss them. That sounds good, let's call Meru. Meru. We are going out. Wazoo, Kui, Maru. Meru returns to her usual fixed position on my head in response to my words. Where are you going? Grave.san called out to me, who suddenly was going to leave. I'm going out to do some errands a little. I will be back in 2 days before the fight with Housue. Wazoo, should I help too? Grave, no, it's fine. It's something like visiting one's parents' home after marriage. Then, I'm off. Please inform Freud for me. Wazoo, I understand. Be careful on the way. Grave, yeah. Wazoo, I say so, and leave the room, leave the inn, leave the town and head to the mountains that stand in the center of the continent. Proofreader. Ninetail Vixen ***. Chapter 89. You are listening at novelfull.audio. I am aiming at Ragnall's castle in the mountain summit. I run in a hurry because I can't spend too much time, so my speed is relatively quicker than usual. I hold down Meru, who is clinging her claws against my head with one hand so she won't fall. After running for about 1 hour, we arrived in a vast forest at the foot of the mountain. Since we found various tree nuts here and there on the way, we collected them and decided to take a rest in a little open space for the time being. A group of about 15 people came out from the woods and surrounded us. They are holding swords, knives, axes, etc. They are bandits no matter how you look at it. Rugged man with the finest equipment and the best physique from the group, steps forwards and threatens us. Ha ha ha. The great me is the bandit who's ruling this forest. I and Meru are in the middle. Bomb. Of snack time. Wazoo, bam. Bam. I sent the bandits flying somewhere away with punches in a blink of an eye. Goodness, they interrupted the healing time between Meru and me after a long time. I don't mind to give them the second serving if they are still alive. Oh, I will let Freud be their opponent. No problem occurred after that. I started to climb mountain in the center of continent. I keep proceeding forwards despite the weather that's constantly changing. It has nothing to do with me. I was relieved that Meru also did not seem to have any problems with the weather. Doing this and that while proceeding, I meet them again. Cat. Like monster and fish. Like monster duo. The two surround bonfire under a big tree. It seems they are having meal now. Cat. Like monsters eating grilled small fish, while fish. Like monsters eating grilled big fish and some kind of meat alternately in each hands. This is wrong. This scene is surreal. Or rather, do your best. Cat. Like monster. Don't look so pitiful. Because there is huge fish. Like monster next to you, eat it. While thinking such a thing, they noticed our presence in this place. Meru and I stopped our movement while watching them. The two silently watching us back while keep moving their mouths on food eagerly. Then, because cat-like monster's food was originally only a small fish, it finished it immediately. On the other side, fish-like monster was still eating because originally it had a lot more food. The cat-like monster was looking at fish-like monster enviously. I couldn't endure it any longer. I rushed out at once and kicked them off with the momentum just as it. Bomb, the cat should be fish's predator. Wazoo, those guys who were kicked by me flew somewhere far away until I couldn't be seen them anymore. Since it's monsters, they probably won't die. I never meant to kill them in the first place. Because I thought that I wanted the cat-like monster to work hard. Be sure to defeat the fish-like monster and stand on the top. Show me that you are the boss. Surely, you can do it. I'm cheering you on. I looked at the direction that those two guys disappeared towards. I also thought I have to do the best myself and ran towards the castle again. Monsters attacked several times before we arrived, but they all went down with one punch. However, I felt uneasy. I'm not seeking power and yet, I keep getting stronger for some reason. It was such a feeling. Meru and I reached the castle within a day. It seems it's better to stay here for tonight. I would like Meru to spend some quality time with her parents too. While thinking such a thing, I slowly opened the castle's door. On the other side of the door, there was Ragnhild who's carefully cleaning the castle with a feather duster. I slowly shut the door back. I wonder if I was too tired. I think I have seen Ragnhild doing something inappropriate for a dragon king. I'm sure it was just my imagination. I slowly opened the door again. Even though I'm not cheating. Why do I have to be punished? Ragnhild, while saying so, he used the feather duster to clean the surroundings with pitter-patter. Have you not been forgiven yet? While wondering about what should I do in this situation, I feel the weight leaving my head. Meru flew towards Ragnhild. Ragnhild noticed Meru who was getting closer to him while happily flapping her wings. Meru. How have you been? Are you eating properly? Ragnhild, Kui. Meru, that's good. Come to think of it, how about Wazoo? Ragnhild, our eyes met. It seems he just noticed me. We look at each other's eyes in silence for a while. Ragnhild, Wazoo. For the time being, please come in. Ragnhild. Yeah, don't worry. I won't tell anyone. I will forget everything I just saw, Wazoo. Sorry, please do. Ragnhild, but I don't want to see the Dragon King in miserable situation. Ragnhild guided me to enter the castle with Meru who is sticking to his belly happily. Proofreader. Ninetail Vixen ***. Chapter 90. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The place Ragnhild guided me to was the great hall in the castle. There was Meryl who was sprawling comfortably in that place. Meru, who saw the figure of Meryl, separated herself from Ragnhild at once and flew towards Meryl's place. Ragnhild who saw Meru leave him seemed lonely. Be strong, Papa Dragon. Meru was hovering above Meryl before she dove towards Meryl's face and started to rub her face against Meryl's. Oh Meru. Fufufu. It seems you came back home to visit. I'm glad to see you after a long time. Did you become a little bigger? Meryl, Kui. Meru, I see. You were having fun. I'm glad to hear it, Meryl. I slowly got closer to the two. It's been a while, Meryl. Wazoo, yeah, Wazoo also seems to be fine. It seems you have taken a good care of Meru. I feel relieved, Meryl. Well yeah, though various things did happen. Since we are going to stay for the night, you should enjoy the parent-child time to the fullest. Wazoo, I see, thanks. Meryl raised corner of her mouth and showed me a happy dragon smile as I said so. I am delighted with the offer, but why are you here again? Are you just coming here to let us see Meru? Meryl, no, actually. Wazoo, I told her the reason why I came here. I skipped the details that I heard this information from the goddesses just in case. I see, you are looking for mother with that kind of situation. Then, why don't you ask my mother directly? I think she will listen if it's Wazoo who's asking. Meryl, oh, she is here. Wazoo, yeah, she is here to monitor Ragnhild. I think she is reading a book in the study room now. The place is in the innermost room upstairs. Meryl, I understand, thank you. There you heard it, Meru. We are going to stay the night here, so go enjoy your time with your parents. Wazoo, Kui, Meru, I head to the innermost room upstairs through the stairs on the right side of the great hall that Meryl pointed out. I enter the innermost room at the end of the corridor after knocking on the huge doors. There is an extraordinary hall that is bigger than the great hall from before. Huge bookshelves reaching the ceiling, with height that is not reachable unless dragonflies, covered the surrounding walls. Every bookshelf is filled with books without vacant gaps at all. The books are stored in orderly manner. Inside this room there is a number of desks and chairs sized for human that tells who will read there. In the center of it, there is a huge dragon-sized desk and chair. White Dragon Megal is reading while wearing glasses over there. Megal, who noticed my presence, slowly closes her book and turns her attention to me. Oh. I'm sure you are Wazoo, right? But Meru doesn't seems to be with you. Megal, yes I am, it's been a while. Meru is with her parents downstairs. Wazoo, I see, it's good as long as she is healthy. I also should go and see her later. So, you bothered to take the trouble to come here for some reason, didn't you? Megal, you can tell. Wazoo, because I have lived a long life not for nothing. Although I'd be glad even if you simply came so that Meru could meet her parents, but I feel that the atmosphere in this mountain turned somewhat strange recently. Megal, it seems Megal also felt the sense of incongruity that I felt when I entered this mountain. TL. Kinda messed up about this details at the previous chapter. Not changed the story that much, but I already fix it. I'm sorry, it's not about the mountain, but if you can, I would like to ask for your help. Wazoo, and then, I explained about the situation of Northern Hero Houseway. Like before, I skipped the details about goddesses. That I see. But Wazoo, where did that information come from? Megal, Wazoo, gulp, why did she ask? What's wrong? You can't tell me. Megal, Wazoo, it can't be helped. I am in the position of asking for help in this place. I'm not too close with Megal to begin with, let's speak honestly to gain some credits. Though I don't know if she can believe me. Well, in the worst case scenario I will show her my guild card. I tell her that I got this information from the goddesses. Her countenance slackened and she began to laugh out loud. Ha, I see, you heard it from goddesses. Megal, do you believe me? Wazoo, yeah, I believe in you since the time I entrusted Meru to you. However, only limited number of people were informed about the Tears of White Dragon's power, even among the Ryujin race. I thought from whom you had heard this. Oh, it's goddesses, that's make a little sense. It seems that you are quite favored by them. Megal, ha. Wazoo, I can't say they favored me to the extent sought for physical relationship. However, that brings back memories. I didn't hear anything since that time. But it seems they are doing fine. Megal, Are you acquainted? Wazoo, there was a little story in the old days. Megal, old days. Wazoo, it's not a good deed to probe the secret of a woman so much, you know. Megal, excuse me. Wazoo, it flew for a moment. How old are the old days? But I was discouraged in an instant when I thought about it. Perhaps it was just my imagination, but I got the feeling that goddesses in my guild card were beginning to clamor. Well, I won't check it out though. So, about the story of this hero. Megal, yes. Wazoo, what is this Houseway girl's hair color? Megal, it's green, I see. I thought whose dragon blood she inherited that it would make her strong enough to become a hero. But I see. Megal, Wazoo, there are a lot of things I'd like to ask since some time ago, but let's endure it. Alright, rest assured. I am the thousands years old white dragon. If you can save that child with my tears, you can take as much as you want. Megal, thank you very much, Wazoo. We came down to the first floor to get an empty bottle to store the tears. Meru clung to Megal firmly the moment we came to the first floor. It seemed she was glad to see her grandmother. Megal who is stroking Meru's back happily, Meryl who is pleased to watch them, Ragnhild who seems envious. This scene makes me remember how strong the bond of this family. Megal put the tears inside an empty bottle that Meryl prepared and we enjoyed our time in this castle afterwards. Chapter 91. You are listening at novelfull.audio. I stayed overnight in the castle on that night. But right now, I am alone in the balcony. Because it's precious family time, I didn't want to interrupt them, so I sneaked out from the great hall to this place. I am drinking while looking at the starry sky alone. I brought the drink from the town. Of course it isn't alcohol that should be matched with this atmosphere. I have enough with alcohol. It's delicious. I don't want to touch alcohol anymore. I don't like it because my head hurts the next day after I drink it. I have zero tolerance with alcohol. Perhaps I will become tolerant if I keep drinking it, but that's painful, so let's stop. I watched the sky while thinking such a thing. Stars shine brightly. It's such a wonderful night sky. I wish I could look at such a night sky together with my beloved one. But I don't have one. I am alone. I wish someday I can find someone who truly loves me. But looking from the past events, it seems to be difficult. I wonder if I will be alone for the rest of my life. Let's stop. Just thinking about it makes me feel down. It's ruining the taste of this delicious drink. Let's enjoy the night and forget about everything. When I immersed myself in such thoughts, I heard the footsteps of someone approaching from behind. I turned my face towards the sound. There was Ragnhild who was coming while holding a cask. What are you doing in such a place? Ragnhild, why did you come here, Ragnhild? When I'm being considerate to give you some family time. Wazoo, Pohahaha, since you are here, I'm thinking that I want to drink with Wazoo. Ragnhild, I'm not drink alcohol, Wazoo, I don't care. Because the most important thing is to be together, Ragnhild. Saying that, Ragnhild sat next to me and began to drink from the cask filled with alcohol. Puha. Sake is more delicious tonight because there is a friend next to me. That's right. I am sorry for troubling you with Meru and everything, Ragnhild. Don't worry, I also enjoy traveling with Meru. Wazoo, I'm glad to hear that, Ragnhild. With that, the cup and the cask clashed each other. I heard about the northern hero. It would be nice if she could be saved using the tears of my mother. In law, Ragnhild, I hope so. Are you that concerned about Houseway? Even though you have never met her in person, Wazoo, certainly that Ryujin is classified as human family, their lifespan or strength is far from us, dragons. But still, the same dragon's blood is mixed inside their body. Because of that we, dragons, recognize them as kinsmen, Ragnhild, I see. I will do my best, Wazoo. Good, I leave her to you, Ragnhild. We spend the relaxing time while looking at the stars. So, what do you really want to talk about? Wazoo, mother. In law hasn't forgiven me. Ragnhild, I thought so. Otherwise I wouldn't see the Dragon King cleaning the castle by himself. So, can you put in some good words for me? Ragnhild, there is the feeling that I'd like to help as a friend, but it's impossible. It's family's problem, so I would like to avoid getting involved. Just endure it patiently. Wazoo, you are a heartless friend. Ragnil, if I'd get in the same situation as you, would you help me? Wazzle, well, I'd look at it from a distance and pray for you, Ragnil, so you do understand the position I am in. Come to think of it, I told you to introduce the problematic red dragon to someone, how about that matter? Wazoo, oh, I introduced her to a single blue dragon who is one of my aides. They clicked with each other the moment I made them meet. They are flirting around every day, it's getting annoying, Ragnil, dot. Wazoo, how can be? How can it go so well for everyone but me? That's unfair. Tell me it's a lie. Damn it. It's not reality. Why doesn't it work that way for me? Why am I still single? What's my fault? Did I do something wrong to deserve this? Damn it. I am jealous. I also want to be happy. I desperately poured the drink I'm holding in my hand into my mouth in one go. What's wrong, Wazoo? Your atmosphere suddenly turned dark, you know. Ragnil, I feel like I can shatter the world if it's me now, Wazoo, why don't you jest? Ragnil, I can do it, right? With goddess's blessings and all, should I try it? Fufufu. Such world should perish once. After that, the world which is friendly to me shall be made. Foo ha 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 ha. Wazoo, what's wrong, Wazoo? Please don't scare me. Ragnil, I see the figure of Ragnil who looks worried as I collapse on the spot while laughing. The stone floor is cold and feels good. Then, I see the bottle I brought lying beside my face. In the lower part of the bottle there was paper attached, it was written as follows. This drinks contains small amount of alcohol as flavor. What is this? Contains alcohol. You say. Zzz. On the next day, I woke up with a headache. I immediately drink water and rearrange my breath on the spot. I really want to beat myself from yesterday. I will check carefully before drink anything next time. I come out from the room to looking for Meru. I meet Ragnil who is cleaning the castle on the way and explain about yesterday's circumstances. Meru was in the hall with Meryl and Megal, they seemed to be talking about something. Meru jumped onto my face at once after noticing me coming and started to climb up my head. It was somewhat uncomfortable because Meryl and Megal smiled at the sight. Wazoo.san, I leave Meru in your care, Meryl, yeah, sure. Wazoo, I leave the matter about Houseway to you. Please save her, Megal, I'll do what I can do. Then, I will come again later, Wazoo, I exchange greetings lightly and go back to Asan town with Meru. Proofreader. Ninetail Vixen ***. Chapter 92. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Meru and I are running back to Onsen town. Well, actually she is just sticking to my head. Meru seems happy to have seen her parents and grandmother after a long time. I stroke Meru's head while running and she is play-biting my hand that I use to stoke her in response, it's ticklish. On the way, we take a rest in different place than before. It's because we took different route from when we came. I wonder if I have something that attracts them. When we were enjoying our time while basking under the sun, they, women, appeared. Come on. He is alone, go get him while he's sleeping, boo, but, he is with a dragon child, what if he wakes up and fights back? It's alright. Look at his face, it's just an ordinary guy you can find anywhere. Even if it comes to fighting, it will not be a big deal. How rude. But it's just as she said. I can't deny that my face is mediocre. It seems I will never become popular because my face is ordinary. No, it's wrong, a man is all about the personality, you should be gentle with women. Therefore, first of all let's show them that I am awake. Let's pretend that I didn't notice them and leave this place quickly. I get up. I stretch my body on the spot. I put Meru on my head. I try to leave this place, but two women who came out of the woods blocked my way. Please let me go for your own good. You, wait there. PL please Y.Y3 it. Of the two women that appeared in front of me, the first one who issued a high-spirited good voice is a woman with shoulder-length blonde hair, strong-minded eyes and facial features. She wore small vest that didn't cover enough of the area around her waist, short pants and boots that emphasized her slender thighs, matching very well with her appearance. I felt a healthy beauty from her. However, she held a long sword in her hand. On the other hand, the woman with long and fluffy looking purple hair has gentle eyes and facial features. In contrast to her friend, she wore long pretty dress that didn't show much skin. She pointed a knife with trembling hand towards me. She looks so cute that makes me want to protect her. Both of them are young, I think they're about the same age as me. Come on, first of all tell him your demand. Yes. I'm a bandit. Give me your money. Please. The please is unbefitting. 1 point deducted, you. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. What is this? What should I do? Come on, once again. I am a bandit. Give me your money. Really, what should I do here? When I'm in trouble with how to respond, the blonde woman speaks to me. Sorry. Right now, this girl is in the middle of her 5th banditry field test. Sorry for the trouble, but can you accompany her? PL please, I am in your care. That said, the blonde woman winked at me and posed her hands in plea gesture while the purple-haired woman desperately lowered her head. I guess I will go along with them, but it can't be helped. I will be your opponent if you do not mind. Wazoo, I think that there is something that a man should avoid, don't lose just because the other party is cute. But what is this banditry field test all about? So what am I supposed to do? Wazoo, you can do as usual. Well, as usual huh? I don't have money to hand over to bandits. Wazoo, when I flatly refused, the purple-haired woman was surprised and shrunk back. No. I didn't mean to frighten you. It's true. I just did it as usual just like your friend told me. Come on, it's only natural that he refused you, don't get cold feet just because of this much, I'm sorry, you won't pass at this rate, you know. I will work hard. The purple-haired woman pulled herself together and turning the knife to me again while acting tough, but her hand is still trembling. Come on, show me what you have learned. What should you do when your opponent refuses? Then, I will take your life. Please, you added, please, again. 1 more point deducted, you. What is this? She is so cute. No, not that. Perhaps is this my fault? I'm sorry I didn't plan to do that. We haven't finished yet, yes. Then, this is the battle from here on. Here I come, she says so and the purple-haired woman charges at me with her knife. Her eyes are closed. Whoa, watch out. Wazoo, I instinctively avoided the knife. It was dangerous. Don't come at me with closed eyes because you're too scared. I mean, please stop doing dangerous things. Stop there. It seems your bad habit of closing your eyes hasn't been healed, I'm so sorry I mean, it's scary, I was also afraid for different matter. Or rather, I think she is not suitable to become a bandit in any way. You are not ready yet, it seems still too early for you. You should do it over again from the training place, boo, but I won't give up no matter what, so please don't abandon me. No, people have something suitable for them to do, and I think that the purple-haired woman is not suitable to become a bandit. We will return home today. I am sorry because you had to go along with us. No, I don't mind it at all. Good luck. Wazoo, I look at the purple-haired woman and cheer her up. Yes, I will work hard. I will do my best to become the greatest female bandit in the world. Thanks for your support. That's absolutely impossible. I think that the role where she is being protected by people will suit her better. Then, the blonde woman and purple-haired woman went into the forest. The purple-haired woman looked back at me from time to time before the two completely disappeared from my sight. I think she should give up becoming a bandit because it seems impossible for her. After that, there was no problem in particular and we arrived at Asan town by night of that day. Proofreader. Ninetail Vixen ***. Chapter 93. You are listening at novelfull.audio. When I came back, Freud was waiting at the entrance of Asan town for some reason. He bowed elegantly when he saw my figure coming. I feel relieved from the bottom of my heart to see you return safely, Wazoo. You had already disappeared when I returned to the inn. I heard that you flew away somewhere to do some errands. I was really worried that no food could pass through my throat for these past 3 hours. Freud, when did you have a dinner? What did you eat? Wazoo, about 3 hours ago, I had a dish called sukiyaki. It used high-quality meat, various mushrooms, and wild vegetables that had been cooked inside a pot called nabe. It was really delicious. Oh yeah, I also had hot spring eggs, Freud, in other words. Because you ate a lot, you can't eat any more right now. Wazoo, I guess you can also put it that way, Freud, you are the one who put it in a strange way. Wazoo, it's useless to debate with him as expected. I threw a sigh and I headed to the inn that Grave.San's wife brought me to before. When I arrived at the inn, I was guided to the same room as the first time I came here. Inside the room there were Grave.San and his wife Serena.San, elegantly drinking tea. When he noticed me, Grave.San raised his hand and called me out. Oh, welcome back. That was fast. Have you finished your errands? Grave, yeah, with this I may be able to do something tomorrow. Wazoo, glad to hear that, then you just need to restore your energy for tomorrow's battle. Serena, please. Grave, yes, Serena. After that, Serena.San prepared sukiyaki that Freud mentioned before. She also prepared meal for Meru. I am eating alone while Meru is being fed by Serena.San. I am not envious at all. After healing my fatigue inside the hot spring, I went to sleep. The next day, I woke up early in the morning. I gently lay the sleeping Meru on my head and slowly leave the inn to take a stroll through the town. If you look closely, although there are so many inns in this town, it doesn't mean that there are no private houses here. Of course some people really do live here. I just noticed such an ordinary facts right now. Certainly when I came here it was night and on the next day it was so hectic, various things happened and I couldn't look around the town properly. I stroll around the town, of course while avoiding Men Bath District. I make Meru eat hot spring eggs that are being sold at the street stalls, while looking at products that are displayed in the place like open-space souvenir shops. I am killing time before the battle that is going to be held at noon. The time for appointment. I am standing on the stage in the center of the town. Meru is watching from the roof somewhere. There are already so many audience around the stage. I don't know from which direction Grave.San and Freud is watching from because too many people have gathered. Housue is standing in front of my eyes. She doesn't seem to have any motivation at all. Her both hands are lowered languidly and her sleepy eyes are directed at me. She isn't wearing those loose shirt that she wore when we first met. They were ordinary clothes that a lot neighboring townsmen seemed to be wearing. Then, shall we start? Wazoo, as soon as I uttered those words, even though nothing changed in her facial expressions, the power that I felt from Housue gradually increased. However, there is no movement from her, she's doing nothing except observing me. When I tilted my head in confusion Housue spoke. You can attack me first. I always give the opponent the first shoot, Housue, I see. Certainly, when she fought before, it was the other party who moved first. While having the battle specialized status so high, I wondering what she is waiting for. So she is just simply handing over the first attack to her opponent. Then, let's defeat her at once and let her drink the dragon tears. No, wait a moment. Inside the goddess's conversation before, I am sure it said that she had to spew out the red ball first. Let's confirm it just in case. I would like to ask one thing before we start, Wazoo, what? Housue, can you spew out the red ball you swallowed, on your own? Wazoo, I don't know. I don't feel like to try spewing it out too, Housue, I thought so. I was expecting this answer. But still, it's troublesome, I don't know how to get the red ball out of her. I wonder if I can fight the same way as usual. Then, what if she lost her consciousness? First of all, I have to fight her properly and see the situation. I see. Then, I'm going to attack you, Wazoo, do it quickly. I'm going to win after all, Housue, that what a haughty way to speak. Well, it can't be helped, with her current status and all, maybe she thinks that she is the strongest among human. No, that's wrong. It's not that she is being haughty, she is just not interested, she doesn't feel motivated, she doesn't care anymore. She just wants to finish this quickly because there is nobody who can defeat herself anymore. She doesn't have expectation. Her face is rather unmotivated because she thinks that she already knows the results of this fight. If it's so, let's make her a little motivated. Well, let's start. I will go straight ahead and launch a kick towards your head, Wazoo, why explanation? Housue, after properly telling her about how I would attack, I quickly approach Housue and shoot a kick while holding back towards her head. For a moment, Housue shows a surprised expression but soon returns to her normal face. She immediately raises her arm to block my attack while the other free hand is used to counter-attack me. I put a little bit of force on the foot I'm used to kick Housue. She is blown off but lands normally with both feet as if nothing had happened. She focuses her eyes towards my direction. Those are her usual sleepy eyes, but I can feel a little bit enthusiasm inside. Proofreader. Ninetail Vixen ***. Chapter 94. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Housue rubs her arm that took my kick. She clenched and unclenched her palm repeatedly to check its condition. While I was silently watching her situation, the audience around the stage started to make a noise. Oh. That guy, this is the first time I saw Housue get overwhelmed by her opponent's attack. Keep it up. Ordinary face man. Wazoo. Sama. I never thought you are a man that would kick a small girl. Freud, Housue. Chan. Today you are so cute. Just now, I'm sure I heard Freud's voice mixed with the audience. I narrowing my eyes and look around but I can't find Freud under the cover of so many onlookers in this place. I will remember this. It seems Housue finished confirming her arm condition while I was restlessly looking around for Freud. She called out to me again. I see. You are indeed quite strong just as that child said. But I am much stronger, Housue. After saying that much, as if it has been predetermined before, this time Housue's turn to attacks me. She approaches me in high speed, she throws her fist towards my face in a casual manner. I instinctively avoid it, but then she opens that fist and grabs my clothes. She pulls me down while her knee is approaching my face from below. I cross my arms to receive it, but Housue doesn't stop with just that, she launches her knee kick at me so many times. I thought that her hand was still grabbing my clothes when I was receiving her knee kicks over and over, but there was a feeling of something hitting my back, I guess it was her elbow. I fall down just as is. Riding on the momentum, I try to kick Housue with the sole of my foot but she catches it and throws me off using her brute strength. I rearrange my posture in the air. I land on my feet and look straight at Housue. Her face seems to be showing a little surprise. It was a little fun. However, you can't win against me with just that much, Housue. Housue disappears from my sight and I get blown off not long after that. I look at the place where I was before, there is Housue in kicking stance over there, but soon after that she disappears again. My body gets blown up into the air this time. There is Housue in kicking stance like before, but her figure soon disappears again. She appears above me who is still in the air. I cross my arms to receive her kick and my body gets slammed down onto the floor of the stage below. Due to the impact, dust rise on the stage and a part of floor also cracks. The audience raised their voices almost instantaneous. They acclaimed Housue. Excuse me, I still haven't lost, you know. While I was cleaning my clothes from dust and debris that got stuck on it, I heard the sound of Housue landing on the stage. She didn't move from that spot. I was surprised. To think that you'd still be standing after receiving barrage of my attacks. It seems you are sturdier than I thought, Housue. Well, because it seems that even the divine sword wouldn't hurt me. When the dust cleared up, she was staring at me as if she already knew I was there. Housue's eyes are getting more feverish than before, as if the temperature surrounding her went up. I can see the power swelling up from her eyes. However, I'm at loss here. I wonder what was the movement that made her disappear from the last time. At the edge of my vision, it seemed like she was doing something with her legs. Perhaps. I guess that movement is possible because her skills are maximized for battle purpose. I am envious. But now, I must set aside that kind of feeling. Though I'm not receiving any damage no matter how much she attacks me, it's meaningless unless my attacks reach her. Besides, Housue is a hero, so perhaps there may be some way or another to give damage to me. No, she is a demon lord now. For the time being, let's prioritize catching up with her movement. Then, let's continue. Housue. Housue approaches me again with the movement that I can't see. I fight a defensive battle against Housue's barrage attack that looks like a surging wave. No, that's not exactly right. Punched, kicked, thrown, I'm just one-sidedly getting attacked since a while ago. Of course I remain intact. However, it was worth it because I am starting to see Housue's movements that I couldn't see at all before. Am I getting used to it? I understand that Housue looks like disappearing because of some distinctive footwork. This makes her able to draw near me in a moment. Understanding that, my body could react on its own afterwards. It became possible to avoid Housue's attacks little by little. It also became possible to follow her movements with my eyes. I wonder what. I feel that my fighting skills are steadily rising. Perhaps, I feel like I can do the same footwork as Housue if I want to do it. Realizing that my fighting style has changed, I could see Housue's face showing an impatient expression a little. Housue and I stand and stare each other in the same position as when we started. Why doesn't it work? Why? Because I'm weak. Housue murmured something as if asking herself rather than asking me. Useless. The weak are useless. Why? I don't know. Housue, I felt that her atmosphere turned strange. I thought that my eyes were reflecting the things that I've never seen before right now. At first, Housue was surrounded by something like dark green mist, but now it's steadily changing to red and black color. The center of the change was from the area around her stomach. The weak couldn't protect. What? Who? I do.nkno.wa.nydmo.re, Housue, when all the mist surrounding her changed to reddish black, the real two small horns sprout from her head. Her nails also turn sharp and stretch a little. However, her body isn't cracking and there are no wings growing from her back. It's different from all the people who swallowed the red ball so far. Housue's eyes, which are watching me, shine dubiously. The weak is useless. But I am not weak. Housue, proofreader. Ninetail Vixen ***. Chapter 95. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Housue transformed right in front of me. I don't know what's going on, but I guess the influence of the red ball that she had swallowed start to take effect. Housue is aware of the changes in her body. She opens and closes both her hands to confirm it. Finally she clenches her hand strongly and raised the corner of her mouth slightly into a smile. This overwhelming power. This is the power I have been looking for. Housue, no, this is wrong. She muttered before that she wanted to protect someone. Then, what she is looking for is the power to protect someone, but I think the power she has now is different. From the mist that surrounded Housue, I can feel only evil. That's why. Is this really the power you wanted? Wazoo, shut up. With this power, I won't lose anybody ever again, Housue. Housue dashes at me at the same time as she says so, and it's faster than before. Her movement is really just an instant. But still, it feels so slow in my eyes, maybe because I have become accustomed with her movement. I don't think that I should avoid it. I will take Housue's attack directly as to deny the power that she has. Housue's powerful fist reaches my abdomen, but I'm fine. I don't budge even an inch and stand calmly on the spot. Lie. This is impossible. Housue can't believe that I am still fine after receiving her attack. She punches and kicks me for many times as if losing herself, but I am just standing in the same spot unhurt like nothing happened. Why? Whyy? Housue is getting frustrated because she can't believe what's in front of her eyes. She leaps backwards and raises her hand towards the sky as if there is something there. Come. My sword. Housue, with those words the sky turns dark, and lightning starts roaring. One of the lightning strikes falls into Housue's hand, and from there, a sword appeared. Although it seems to be just an ordinary sword that only has the length equal to or greater than Housue's height, but that sword makes crackling sound as if it was the thunder itself. Housue slowly takes a stance, she's pointing the tip of the sword at me. However, her expression that looks over the sword is somewhat uneasy, her pupils are swaying. With this power. With this sword. Housue leaped at me again. The aim of her sword is clear, she is aiming for my heart. But still, I don't budge an inch from the spot. Housue had an expression of surprise for a moment, but she immediately switches to determination. She puts more momentum to stab the sword into my heart. The moment her sword touches me, it shatters into pieces. The thunder which resided inside the sword also flowed into my body, but I don't feel anything in particular. I didn't feel anything because I got struck several times with heavier thunder than this in the mountain. Housue's expression collapsed, her spirit completely broke. She bursts into tears in front of me. Sob star. Why can't I win? Even though I have so much power in my hands now. Housue slowly approaches me. That figure is no longer a demon king but only a 14-year-old girl. Why? Housue, I noticed that Housue was still wavering. That's the reason she didn't completely transformed even after swallowing the red ball until now. There was something that's still fighting inside Housue. I could see the green mist I saw before trying to push back the reddish mist surrounding her. Perhaps, the green mist is Dragon's magical power that Housue originally had. It protected Housue until now. Despite being small in amount, because of the influence of transformation and red ball, it is still desperately resisting. Maybe, deep inside her heart, Housue herself is also thinking that this power is not the power she wanted. Why? Housue's hitting my chest with her fist that have no power at all. Why? Housue looks in my eyes with her face that's crumpled because of tears. Help me. Housue, I gently catch Housue's fist that she used to hit me. I smile to make her feel secure. Yeah, I will save you right now. Wazoo, together with those words, I hit Housue's abdomen with my free hand. I make it a little stronger or it will be useless considering her status. Housue shows an expression of agony because of the shock and throws up the red ball. I immediately take out the bottle with dragon tears. Housue lost her consciousness after throwing up the red ball. Like this, I can't make her drink the dragon tears. What should I do? While thinking that, the red ball that fell to the ground shattered into particles and disappeared. The red-black magical power that's surrounding Housue changes to green color, but it begins to leave Housue's body little by little into the air. Could it be it's dangerous? I think it's going to turn really bad if I leave her just as is. Does this mean she is dying? Bad. It's really bad. My hands are busy supporting her, there is no time, there is only one thing I can come up with. First of all, I apologize. I'm sorry. There is no other way, please forgive me. If it goes well, I'm prepared even if you are going to curse me. Then I open the bottle. I hold the dragon tears inside my mouth and gently pull Housue's body closer. I put my lips on hers, I open her mouth using my tongue and I forcibly pour the dragon tears inside her mouth to make her drink it. I heard a small gulping sound and her throat also seems to have moved. It seems I have successfully made her drink the dragon tears. I observing Housue's condition while feeling relieved. The green magical power which had disappeared, steadily increases and returns to normal. Housue slowly opens her eyes. Her eyes are deep green and beautiful enough to make me feel getting sucked in. Those eyes gaze at me and she opens her little mouth. Thank you for helping me, my husband, Housue, Wazoo, my mouth was blocked with a hot kiss from Housue. Proofreader. Ninetail Vixen ***. Chapter 96. You are listening at novelfull.audio. I have unpleasant memories. I lived with my human mother and my little sister that was the same as me, a Ryujin. The three of us were on good terms and live happily despite being poor. We had no father. Being the only Ryujin who lived in the village, moreover with unknown origin, my sister and I weren't welcomed by the people. My mother was also detested because she gave birth to such children. She never told us about our father either. Since there was no place for us in the village, we had no other choice but decided to leave the village in the end. Because there was nothing we could do. No matter how much I said that I would be useful for the village, nobody listened to me. The children imitated their parents and never tried to approach us. I think that it wasn't a mistake to leave the village, it was just the timing when we left that was bad. The time when we left the village was exactly when the Demon King's army rampaging around the world. Without the power to fight nor preparations, everyone would arrive at the same ending when walking in the forest. We got attacked by monsters and ran away just like some kind of pre-established harmony. Left to the right, go to the front and back. The place where we ran as far as we could was a dead end surrounded by rocks. We were surrounded by many monsters with no place to hide, then my mother stood up to protect me and my little sister. Her back was trembling. But in order to protect her children from the monsters, such thing was irrelevant. My mother was killed in no time. I was scared of that sight, I couldn't move, my body was trembling, it was hard to breathe, but I endured it while thinking about my sister who was in no better condition than me. The monsters slowly approached us while licking with their tongues as if telling that it was our turn. I moved to the front of my sister immediately but then get knocked off against the rocks behind and lost consciousness. The first thing I saw after regaining consciousness was the monsters which emitted some kind of dirty laughter, trampling the already dead mother and little sister's bodies. I screaming until no voice was coming out. Why do we, the mother and her children, have to receive this kind of treatment? I didn't desire something disproportionate. I just wanted to live a simple life with my mother and my little sister. Why was this kind of fate coming to us? Why? 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 I cursed my fate and at the same time I also started to hate the world. In response to my cry, the monsters turned their attention at me as if finding a new toy. At that time I thought, I want the power. I want the power so I can show it to the people of the village. I want the power to kill the monsters who killed my mother and my little sister. If nobody wants to protect me, I want power to protect myself. I want power to protect my mother and my little sister. I didn't remember what happened after that. Before my eyes, the corpses of monsters which have been twisted powerlessly into strange positions were scattered. The first thing I realized was that there was a lot of blood on my hands. Once again I checked my whole body, it was wet with blood as if the rain of blood had fallen. I thought that I have did it. I thought so because there was a sense of strange power overflowing from within my body. I realized that the dragon blood which was flowing inside me was instinctively awoken. Is this the power I wanted? I couldn't think well with my hazy consciousness. But still, I understood what I should do at that time. I carried my mother's and little sister's bodies carefully to a good place with beautiful scenery which was near. I dug the soil and buried them, I made their graves. I want my mother and my little sister to be happy if the afterlife world truly exists. After that I went around and trampled monsters who caught my attention. They were not the monsters who killed my mother and my little sister, but still. I couldn't forgive every one of them. I was walking around without destination and killed any monster as soon as I found it. In the meantime I continued seeking the power greedily. I began to learn various martial arts and weapons at random. A few years had passed since then. People from the surroundings started to call me hero. I am not such a good human being. At that time I made Asen Town into my base operation. I began to feel the limits on my strength. I had been fighting against other people who were called the strong as to seek some different form of strength. I fought again and again, but no one approached my strength. No one could win against me. Was this the strength I was looking for? I don't know the answer. I got tired of fighting. One day, I received a red ball from a peddler. It said that I could gain new strength if I swallowed it. I thought it was shady, but I wanted to know the answer of the strength I have been looking for all this time, so I swallowed that red ball. From there, I didn't know about myself anymore. I were myself, but I didn't feel like myself. I couldn't shake off the feeling that two sides of me were fighting among themselves, but I continued to fight. There was a man who put a condition before the fight: be my wife if I win. He said. When I saw the audience getting more heated up, I accepted it. If I fought under this condition, I thought that stronger opponent than me might appear. I continued to fight under such a condition from then on. But of course, I was really willing to become a bride of the person who was strong enough to defeat me. Because that person will also be strong enough to protect me. I don't care about the appearance, but if possible, I want a gentle person. But no one could win against me even though I put on such a condition. I kept fighting with such an empty feeling every day. Suddenly a small dragon appeared in front of me. The black crystal which was capturing that small dragon disappeared naturally as if its job had ended. I could talk with that little dragon because of the influence of dragon blood that flowed inside me. She seemed to have been kidnapped and was brought to this place. I thought that I would protect this child for the time being. Protect. I wonder what I wanted to protect. I talked a lot with her. She mainly talked about a certain person who she's fond of. She said that that person is super strong, but treats her so gently. I told her that I was stronger than him, but she insisted that he was stronger than me and got a little angry. In that case, I will try to fight him when he comes to pick her up. I got a little impatient expecting that day to come. That person finally came to pick her up. I gave some random excuse so I could fight with him. On the promised day. He certainly proved that he was stronger than anyone who had challenged me so far, but I'm much stronger. I thought so at that time. Certainly at the beginning he couldn't follow my movements at all, he just fought a defensive battle. However, no matter how much I attacked him, he remained unhurt. And all of a sudden he could catch up with my super movement, my attacks couldn't reach him anymore. I began to forget myself and gradually got impatient before a person with immeasurable strength in front of me. Why doesn't it work? Hausue, I don't know. Because I'm weak. Hausue, that's wrong. I don't want to admit it. The weak are useless. Hausue, that's right, it's useless. However, I don't know why it's useless. The weak couldn't protect. Hausue, I wonder what I wanted to protect. I feel something hot from my stomach, an unpleasant feeling of discomfort surges. The weak are useless. Hausue, that's right, the weak are useless. I understand it. But I am not weak. Hausue, I am not weak. I am strong. As long as I have the power. The power. Is this really the power you wanted? Wazoo, I do not remember things after that. However, I remember something about whatever attack I did, it never hurt him. Ah, did I lose to him? I remembered it as I acknowledged powerlessness. I wanted the power to save. The power to save my mother and my little sister. Not just the power for fighting, but the power to save someone. Right now, I wonder why I am in his arms. Did he actually save me in this way? Badum, there is a small voice coming from inside my chest. Ah, I want him to always look at me, I want to be his woman. That's why my body moves instinctively. Thank you for helping me, my husband, Hausue, Wazoo, I block his lips with my lips. Proofreader. Ninetail Vixen ***. Chapter 97. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Author. This story was extracted as part of the conversation that happened inside Wazoo's guild card, the MC of this story. I will send you the rough sketch of characters that appear here. TL. There you have it, but I couldn't find it anywhere. The 4 pillars goddesses are enshrined surrounding a circular table. Well, it seems everyone has gathered now. Goddess, the one who spoke first is the first god who helped Wazoo, goddess. Pink hair with lovely body figure that is hidden under nun-like clothes. Her skin looks transparent because of her clothes made from thin fabric with high transparency. However, her important parts seem to be invisible for some reason. Since it's only characters, here it's the image. What is this? We were suddenly called here, Earth Goddess, it's Earth Goddess who opened her mouth next. Brown hair mixed with green, it's a goddess with gentle eyes. Her smile seems to be able to wrap around everything. Her clothes are so simple, her chests and her buttocks are big enough to make her clothes look like they're about to be torn apart. She supported her chests with one arm from below to emphasize the size. Here it's the image. Really, what are you planning? War Goddess, it's War Goddess. She has deep red hair like a burning fire, sharp eyes that pierce her opponent. Although she wore a tank top to ease her movements, unfortunately her chest area is a bit disappointing, it's flat. She sent a flickering gaze towards Earth Goddess and let out a deep sigh after looking at her own chest. Here it's the image. Did something happen? Sea Goddess, it's Sea Goddess. Long hair with deep blue color like the sea. She has a slightly more grown-up appearance than Earth Goddess. Slanted eyes that look like a line of grain, because only opens up a little. Although it's inferior compared to Earth Goddess, she has a nice body like a model. She wore deep blue dress with some parts that are shining sparkling black. She somehow emitted erotic atmosphere. Image combining both hands in front of her mouth, Goddess nods and makes a proclamation. As soon as Hiro Hausue was released from the influence of the red ball, she stole Wazoo.san's lips. Goddess, rattle, 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 that was enviable. Earth Goddess, what the heck she is. War Goddess, even though she is a newcomer. Sea Goddess, that wench, even though she's just a hero. Earth, War, Sea, together, the 3 goddesses revealed their anger. Earth Goddess bites her nails in envy. War Goddess rushed in anger and start to hit the desk with bashi sound. Sea Goddess looks mortified and seemingly planning something wicked. Goddess is slowly observing their reactions before continuing her words. Well, Please calm down, ladies. Because we can't interfere in the current state, this kind of thing happened. In fact, we being able to gather inside Wazoo.San's guild card is a miracle itself. Goddess, what sort of things you're talking about? Don't you have any hard feelings about it? War Goddess denounces Goddess. Earth Goddess and Sea Goddess soon follow suit. However, the expression of Goddess doesn't collapse. It would be a lie if I say I don't feel anything. However, I'm in a different position than all of you. Goddess, what? War Goddess, I mean. However you think about this, I'm Wazoo.San's #1 right now. Goddess, because of her words, the atmosphere of Earth Goddess, War Goddess, and Sea Goddess changes to an evil one in an instant. Ha! Earth, War, Sea Goddesses, between Goddess and the remaining 3 pillar goddesses, sparks are scattered. No, Wazoo.Sama is most fond of me. I mean, he wouldn't normally drink poisonous swamp if he didn't have the love for me. Earth Goddess, that's wrong. He wouldn't even think about it if he didn't have my super blessing first. Goddess, when you put it that way. Earth Goddess goes down. No, that's me. Because of his status. He will be looking for strong opponents, won't he? I am the right person for that. War Goddess. You actually didn't do anything in particular for Wazoo.San, didn't you? Goddess, no. I mean, he was already strong when I found him. So my divine protection turned into something insignificant. War Goddess goes down. Fufufu. I guess it's my win. Because he activated deification to protect people of the sea Goddess, that's wrong. It was because he was in pinch at that time, or rather it was the sea's fault. Goddess, Fu. Sea Goddess goes down. The goddess laughs ho 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 with triumph look on her face because she thinks she has won. This is the plan of the goddess. She gathered the 3 goddesses in this place with the intent to break their hearts so they wouldn't dare to meddle with Wazoo again in the future. However, Earth Goddess, War Goddess, and Sea Goddess didn't give up. They rose up and put up the last resistance. I will charm him with my chest. Earth Goddess, Wazoo.San can't see that, Goddess, with this muscles. War Goddess, Maniac, Goddess, with this proportional body. Sea Goddess, I told you already that he can't see us. Goddess, I will take all Wazoo.Sama's abuse. Earth Goddess, that is your desire. Goddess, we will fight with the sunset as the background. War Goddess, I think it's friendship that will be nurtured by that. Goddess, I wonder what should I do. Sea Goddess, let's see. No, don't ask me. Goddess, the 4 pillar goddesses were all breathing heavily. They sat back on the chairs respectively, inhaled a big deep breath, and decided to take a break. How about tea, ladies? Earth Goddess, when Earth Goddess made a suggestion, the remaining 3 pillars instantaneously raised their hands. Please. After gracefully enjoying the tea time, Goddess started to speak again. Shall we get into the main point soon? Goddess, proofreader. Ninetail Vixen ***.